What's happening, everybody? It is Sunday afternoon. It's time for another episode of Selling Past Your Expiration Date. Being thrifty over 50. I'm your one host, Jay.
Well, I'm Peg. Good afternoon, everybody. Or morning, wherever it may be.
And we are JPEG. Hey, what's happening? What's going on? What's shaking?
Well, Mommy's still on cloud nine from that fabulous win the Tribe had the other night over the Yankees. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the longest playoff game in history. I had no thoughts that, because we headed off to a concert, that I had to listen to it in my headphones on the way into the concert. I'm like, come on, I want to hear the end of this game.
I think the Yankees manager must be kicking himself.
Oh, yeah.
He pulled a bad boo-boo. That might have changed the whole game. But that was
no kidding.
And we're going for the sweep tonight. Ooh, yeah.
And mark this down right now. The Browns are leading, but it won't last. It will not last.
They've had 4 opportunities to score, and because they were in the red zone, 2 times interceptions, 2 times missed field goals. But now we got our starting quarterback is benched and brought in the second string, and he scored the touchdown. So they're just awful.
All right, that's enough. That's enough sports. That's enough.
Well, as I said in the chat, I'm glad we're talking about one of Mom's favorite topics today. So this will be fun and exciting.
Yeah, I wanted to talk Tiki today because y'all hear me talk about it quite a bit, and I also have my Tiki webinar for download this week, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I'll give you guys the abbreviated version of how we got to this point. So how we got to October 8th, 2017. Right? Is it the 8th?
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
It's the 8th. Okay. How Mom and I are almost wearing kind of matching shirts.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad went on their honeymoon to Kauai. Kauai, fell in love with Hawaii and all things about Hawaii. And then as soon as they, I was already born. No, I mean, after their honeymoon, then they finally had kids, and then they left Hawaii. And then it went to antiques. And then, like every other parent in the 80s, they went to Indian and Southwestern. And, we changed all our furniture to match. And then cut to 2000, I move away to California. And then the spring of 2001, I decided to change all my decor and stuff in our house from Cleveland decor, I guess, to Tiki and Hawaiian. And then so Mom was she was like my drug dealer. So every Tiki thing she found would just be put in a big pile and sent to me. And then one day she told me she found one of the rare sought after Dole Hawaiian Islands pineapple maps. And I said, "Oh, hey, I'm coming home in 2 weeks. I'll just grab it and I'll bring it back with me to California." And so I get home, and in the meantime, Mom and Dad go, "Hey, we set up a little Tiki lounge in our basement." And I walk downstairs to the basement. "Oh, this is very nice." And I saw the Dole pineapple map sitting on the wall, and I said, "You found 2?" Not realizing I don't get the haul anymore because Mom and Dad started to acquire their Tiki collection, and it went from the basement lounge to, hey, we don't need a dining room anymore, and then it filtered throughout the rest of the house. So now it's the entire house pretty much, right, Ma?
Yeah, it is. And I do have to give credit to you because you kind of got Mom steered back to my love of Hawaii. And, like I said, we started in the basement, and that got fully loaded up in no time at all. And then it's been trickling through each room in my house. And I just now worked on the master bedroom, and that's almost totally turned around too. So, I give the kudos to you, honey, because you got Mommy back on track of my love. And after my family, my love of Hawaii is pretty strong. That's for sure.
So what we want to talk about today is a few topics because I wanted you all to hear from Mom too, because it's not just me. Obviously it's not just me collecting, but it's also not just me flipping. And so I wanted you to get it from, another horse's mouth, my mommy.
Yep.
And we want to show you some examples. And, I really want to talk about, and if you saw my little quick live Facebook video, getting in the mind of the collector, because if you're not a collector, and let me ask in the live audience, I see we got 70 live viewers right now. How many of you right now in the live audience, October 8th, it is 12:05 p.m. on the West Coast. How many of y'all watching are not Tiki collectors, are collectors? Like you go that extra mile to collect, because some people don't collect at all, and some people have things they like or a theme, like when mom and dad had Southwestern, but you're not a collector. Mom's pretty good. I take it to a nerd level, and I ain't even the nerdiest level. So how many watching right now are collectors? How many of you actually seek out things specific to your collection, and you need the multiple nuances? That's what we're going to talk about, because you need to know that. So when you're buying things to flip,
what do you
all
guys
right, so we got a couple IMs.
Tell us what you collect also. I'd like to kind of see that.
All right. So while I'm talking about it, yeah, mom wants to see what you guys collect. But also, yeah, like Bonnie said, no collections here anymore. Bobby said I'm not anymore. Kara collects what I call ugly pottery. Trains, not anymore. We do, but still learning. All right. So I teach and mom teaches and we teach about Tiki for not the reason of you should get into it, although some have. Like I know Jerry's in the chat, him and his wife Brenda have, others have, but it's cool if you don't get into it. But there's money to be made. And Debbie, she collects Hanukkah, Jewish stuff and Tiki stuff. I love it.
I love that.
But with any collectible, there's money to be made. This happens to be the collectible mom and I know the most about, so we want to share with you.
We have a girl who collects husbands, by the way.
Oh, nice. How many are you on? What number is it? Do you have as many as me as Tiki mugs? Because I got about 950.
See, my sister's on number 4, but she married each one twice. Does that count?
Yeah. So, Mom, give us a little, oh, and then like the shirts we're wearing, these are highly collectible. They're from the Maikai, which is in Florida, which I'll be at in a month. I'm gonna get a little get together there. I actually bought this to flip. It's only a size extra large, but since I've lost weight, it fits. And what's cool, I don't know about yours, Mom, but mine's a waiter shirt, so it's got the lower pockets.
Oh yeah, no, mine's not. Mine's just actually, it's a men's shirt, but I saw this at Ohana, throughout the lake, and I bought it on an auction. Oh, we're getting feedback. Can you hear it, Jason?
Is there an echo, Ma?
I had a little bit. Now it's gone.
All right.
Comes and goes. So anyways, yeah, and I saw this, and it was one of those that, nobody was going to outbid Mom. I knew I had to have that blouse because you don't see many vintage Maikai shirts around. And so, yeah, it wasn't all that bad, but I think I paid around $35 for it. So it wasn't awful.
Now, and I bought mine to flip on eBay. Like, both these shirts marketed properly, proper keywords. Mom bought hers for $35. She can probably get anywhere from $60 to $100. Being a waiter shirt, and even though it's only marked extra large, it is truly a XX. I could probably get over $100 for mine. So with anything, it's marketing correctly. So let's take you into our minds. Like I said, mom's here. Mm-hmm. I'm here, and then there's even people who are like way up here. So, but let's talk about it. Okay. So you see these 4 mugs right here, Ma?
Yep.
They essentially are the same mug. But why? Why? Say, Jay, why do you got 4 of them? Well, guess what?
Why?
They're from different places. So although from the front they look exactly the same, it's where they're from in the back that I want to have one of each. So this was from the Tiki's in San Gabriel Valley in LA. This is from the Fireside Lounge in Wisconsin. But here's another one from Here's another one from the Fireside Lounge. But look, Ma, different logo. Gotta have them all. So I will have 4 of these. Now, here's where I take a left turn from most collectors. These I display the back of because, of course, I don't need 4 of these facing forward. I want to show my friends who like this stuff the back.
Yep.
There was some damage to one, and I'm going to show it to you. So this is part of my collection. He ain't looking so good. Yeah. But I don't care about the front because I'm just showing off the back.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah.
So I'm a collector first, but really close on eBay. And so when I can still keep my collection looking how I want it to look, and I have a full one, then I'll sell it.
Yeah.
I'll keep this one that's essentially worthless now. I will keep this as the display model because all I want to show is this.
Yeah, that's a good part too.
And then, Mom, you've got some examples from where our shirts are wearing the Maikai.
Yes, I do. First of all, I will show you. This is their. Let me get myself on the screen so I can see what I'm showing here. This is the Mai Kai barrel mug that you can get when you order the drink. And as you can see, manufactured by Tiki Farm. However, and this I kind of brought home by accident. But when I was thrifting here in Ohio at a little podunk thrift store, I found one of the old originals. And there is.
And what's the bottom say on the old original?
Nothing.
It still has the $1.21 price from the Goodwill store.
I left the price tag on $1.21. All about that. And so as you can see, they're definitely different. This one's actually the older one is bigger, fatter, and of course, has their. But Jason, that's even a little bit older logo from Tiki Farm, isn't it? Just look.
Yeah, it is.
It is a little bit, huh? So one of the earlier ones. So yeah, so that's from our one of our favorites of the Mai Kai in Fort Lauderdale. Oh, and by the way, when I go down there next February, we're coming in on a Monday. They're closed on Monday, so I can't get to go. I'm so disappointed.
All right, put your headphones back in. People are hearing an echo.
Oh, is it back? Okay. All right. I will. So there's your Mai Kai, everybody.
So, as you can see, to a normal person, and we're not normal, to a normal person, you pretty much need one of those. Now, being a seller, the good thing about me being a nut job and having multiple versions is there's a new rule that started about 3 months ago in my household. I've been acquiring the holy grails of Tiki mugs because that's kind of what I'm looking for nowadays, is the ones that everyone hunts for. And I've paid dearly for some of them, but less than retail. I've found some good deals. But when I say good deals, it's $800 instead of $1,200. But the deal is, because of my collector, because I have 17 versions of a certain mug, I'm allowed to buy these mugs at these crazy prices if I sell mugs that equal that amount of money out of the collection. Right. So there's where, being a nutty collector, if I have 3, 4, and 5 of one type of mug, I will sell a few, and that'll pay for the holy grail I just acquired. And that way the wife ain't mad, my pocketbook don't hurt, that kind of thing.
Right. Absolutely. Well, and space gets limited after a while because, you do run out of space. And, Mom hasn't quite reached that point now that I've increased Tiki stuff into Mom's bedroom. So yeah, I still have a little more play than you do, I think.
Yep. So here, I'm going to show another example. This is one of the most iconic Tiki mugs of all time. It's called Tiki Bob. Mm-hmm. Tiki Bob's was a bar in, I want to show this one. Tiki Bob's was a bar in San Francisco. And you might just say, hey, Jay, you're showing me the exact same mug. No, I am not. And I'll show you why in a second. So it started in San Francisco. And this still happens today in the Tiki world or in any art world. People borrow your design. So this was designed by whoever for Tiki Bob. It's from San Francisco because it says San Francisco on the back. So then there was a Tiki Bob in Pontchartrain outside of New Orleans called they use the mug, the Tiki Bob mug at the Valley High. Well, this wasn't the Tiki Bob restaurant or bar from San Francisco, but they decided to use the mug. And there it is from the Valley High.
Yep.
And
nice.
then, like with any mugs, sometimes as they make them, they get a little smaller. So this is also a Tiki Bob's from San Francisco, but it's a little shorter. And as you can see, the brown is way different.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So nerd job collector that I am, I got to have all these versions. And then I have some special versions. This is a homemade version that you would, typically you think homemade, not worth a lot of money, but this would actually be worth about $100.
Yeah, like the glaze. Yeah, it's pretty inside.
Yeah, because it is a Bob, because it was made in Hot Springs, Arkansas, because it's got this cool blue in the inside. Collectors will want this. Now, I bought it on eBay, and they didn't know what it was. So I don't even know if they called it Tiki. They might have called it ceramic face mug. So I got it cheap, and it took compared to what it's worth.
Good.
Then a modern mug maker that I like, if you watch Thrift Biz, it's called Monk Tiki. They did a wicked version. They got a zombie hand holding the mug.
That's cool.
So you pick it up and you drink like this. So that's another version. And then I acquired a Holy Grail not too long ago.
You are leaving that to Mom in your will, aren't you?
Yeah. So again, looks like the rest I just showed you, but because of what's on the side, it goes from being worth $150 to worth about $600 or $700. This was a special promotional one for Elvis Presley's Blue Hawaii, the release of the movie Blue Hawaii. So
I think you should really let Mom borrow that while I'm still alive, and I can put that by my Elvis section, and then I can enjoy it and then have it back.
So same mug, but because of what it says, goes from $100 to $600. So
I know. I got a deal for you. We'll trade.
Yeah, what?
Because Mom has one that you don't have.
What do you got?
Here's my Tiki Bob from the Hawaiian Village in Hawaii.
See, you're right. I don't have that one, but it's definitely not worth the trade.
Well, we could pretend.
But again, a prime example, there's a version I don't have yet. So I will be hunting for that version. So this is where nerd collecting goes to nirvana. But for you as a seller, always keep your eyes peeled and make sure you're doing your research, because a regular Tiki Bob's worth about $100. The one Mom's hold's worth about $150. The Elvis one's worth about $600 to $800. So don't ever leave mine on the table based on, I saw a Tiki Bob. Well, which Tiki Bob did you see?
Right. I mean, the San Francisco one is probably the most common, don't you think?
That is the Tiki Bob. That's the bar. That's where it started.
Right.
So what else you got to show there, Mom?
Well, let's see. Okay, let's go to, we've been talking Disney. Let's go to Trader Sam's. Okay.
So tell everybody what Trader Sam's is.
Trader Sam's is the Tiki bar.
For those who don't know.
Yeah, there's one in Orlando and one in Disneyland. And I've been to both, haven't I? Yes, now that I think about it, I've been to both. This is the Krakatoa drink, that you get the cocktail in, and by Trader Sam's second edition.
So that's Trader Sam's second edition. So that's Disneyland.
Okay.
Yep.
Then similar but different. Yep. And Jason, this one's even bigger. Can you see the difference in size a little bit? And he's fatter on the top.
Yep. Well, where's that one say at the bottom?
That one says, there we go, everybody. Whoops, am I upset? Let me get it. Whoop.
First edition, Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar. And the reason I know it's Anaheim, because it's Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar. In Florida, it's called Trader Sam's Grog Grotto.
Right, okay. And so I have 2 oranges, and then I have a red. Okay.
And what's that bottom one say?
Let's turn that over for everybody. There you are.
It is, first edition. So
there's the difference.
They just changed that mug again. Now the lava is yellow, and So again,
when you go.
Again, that level, and now, because now you are going from just a Tiki collector to 2 types of customers: Tiki collector and a Disney collector. So when you can find a product that has 2 rabid fan bases, really start to understand the nuances. That's how you'll make the most money. Because let me tell you, you can get those mugs at the bar with a drink and then flip them for more. Or we've had plenty of people in the thrifting board find those mugs at thrift stores for $2, $3, and $4.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I'm going to pause you right there, because let me read Angelique's question. You ready?
Okay. All right.
Jason, which is the booze bottle you can currently buy that you can resell for a bit more than you bought it for full? Well, Angelique, unbelievably, I already had it sitting here waiting to tell you guys. How's that, Angelique? How's that for service, huh? So Kraken Rum, they've done this twice now. They switched from the glass bottle to a ceramic bottle, and the bottle of rum costs like $30. And so whether it's ceramic or glass, it's the same $30. Except they stopped making this, and so when I'm done with this bottle of rum for $30, I can then sell this empty for around $60. So basically, what my trash turns into 2 bottles of free rum, basically.
Yeah. Do you have that one to keep for yourself?
Yeah, I have one to keep, and I should have bought more, but every time they've done it twice now. Every time they've done it, I bought a couple bottles because I use it anyway. Once I emptied them, then I sold the bottles for $60. Now,
Brenda wants to know, would you remove the white stickers before selling?
Oh, you mean the made in China stickers off the bottom of the mugs from Trader Sam's? Nah, I'd leave them on.
Okay.
And then when you get into something collecting, of course, your eye then starts going to it. And so I bought this at an antique store a long time ago, and it was Martula Girl, $19.
Nice.
And then recently I saw it sell, and I had no idea how rare and sought after this item was. I saw it sell for $162.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
even when I don't think I'm making money, if I want to get rid of this, if I need a new mug worse than I need this, then this can go bye-bye. Yeah. And I have made nice profit off of this, and it'll cover a mug that I want. So even accidentally, once you get into something, you can make money.
Yeah, it's hard to pass up anything Hawaiian. When I'm out thrifting, or even in the antique shops, people always ask me, well, you're looking for anything specific, and I'll say, I do like to find vintage Hawaiian. Well, they look at me like, what? Because you're not going to find it that often, and it is hard to come by. So I kind of almost recommend, no matter what you see, buy it, because it always seems to sell, and you will get more in value. Especially here in Ohio, they don't know what they've got, because Tiki's not a big thing here. So when I do find items, most of the time they are priced pretty low. So don't be afraid to almost pick up almost anything Hawaiian. That's one of my tips, Jace.
Newsflash: the Browns are not losing. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you also got some salt and pepper shakers there, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. There was a great tiki bar down in Columbus known as the Kahiki. And apparently they had a lot of these salt and pepper shakers sitting around on the tables.
Well, they're a little higher, Ma. You're in your lower third.
Yeah. Lower third on. Oh, let me get. Oh, you didn't put yours in? All right. So there's those.
There right now.
And these are made by Stephen Crane. You can see it's got Kahiki, Columbus, Ohio.
They're not made by Stephen Crane, Ma.
Oh, not these. No. No. I'm sorry. I was looking. I had other ones out before. But here's the same ones, different color. I'm trying to get these both up for you guys here. Here's the brown one. Oops. Beep. So same face. But yeah, and also the same on the bottom. Kahiki Supper Club on the bottom. This one has the sticker on it, Jace. Still. So similar, you guys, but different colors. So of course I have to have them both, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, before we go show anything else, I do want to show you. I searched sold Tiki stuff by highest on eBay right now. This is a mosaic. This is one of the holy grails. I've never found. These mosaics were done in the 60s, and some of my friends have them. They're tough to find, but as you can see, this one just sold for $1,600. But it's a pretty big piece. You can see how big it is. But Mom just showed you some salt and pepper shakers. If you find the right ones, and here would be the right ones. These are by Frank Oma. This salt and pepper shaker with 12 bids sold for over $1,000. So if you are not sure yet why we teach you this stuff, this is why. Because you'll find these in a thrift store. The thrift store will have no clue what it is.
No, they won't.
It'll be $2.99. It'll be $1.99.
Yep.
And that could be, $1,000. That's a nice vacation.
It sure is. But Jason and I wouldn't be able to part with them for a while. I know that.
Oh, but you guys would.
Yeah.
Yes, Frank Homa, made in Oklahoma. So Frank Homa is a pottery maker that does have his own collector base, but they did make Tiki stuff one time for one period of time. There was a Tiki place called the Trade Winds just down the street from it, about 16 miles. And they said, hey, Frank Homa, can you make us some Tiki mugs? And Frank Homa had never made them before. And then since the Trade Winds closed many years ago, they haven't made them since. So it's a rare window, and the Frank Homas go for big money. Now, speaking of, I've been on the hunt for holy grails. So we're looking at the highest sold Tiki thing. So this bar sold for $1,000. This piece of art from Wicklow sold for $850. Hey, look, here's a Frank Homa War God Tiki mug in flame red that just sold for $807. I think I know the person who bought it. Me.
Mom's got, you turkey.
So I don't show you this to go, look, I spent $800 on a Tiki mug. I show you for two reasons. There are nut jobs out there like me who will spend $800 on a Tiki mug. And so when you find them, their money can be made. Secondly, this mug is actually worth well more. I lucked out. I didn't go past what I would willing to pay, but I've seen it sell for $1,000, $1,100, $1,300. So I'm a couple hundred, if not $400 underneath the norm. Not that I'm going to flip it, but it can be found. And if you tune in this week, I'm going to do a little live thing on YouTube about my Tiki class. the thing I always say is if you find a Holy Grail that I don't have, I'll be happy to pay you for it. And one of the members of the thrifting board found one this weekend at a garage sale for a whole quarter.
Oh my!
I sent her hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, sweet.
So it can happen.
It's amazing. You never know. I mean, really, I've stumbled upon things, as a lot of you know, of what we've shown in the past, and it's amazing. Sometimes you just happen to be at the right place at the right time. But the knowledge that you guys are getting from Jason and me somewhat, you know, we're here to help you guys, and, you know, just don't pass up Hawaiian stuff. That's all we can say.
Gee, thanks, Jenny. Jenny said if she finds one, I can have it for $750. Gee, thanks. Now, I will tell you this, Jenny. The red isn't the normal color. There was a few colors. There was a brown. I think there's a blue. And so, again, if I can find two of the Francoma War Gods in different colors, I would have no need for two in the same color. Right. That's where I do draw the line. Even if I found two, I would definitely flip one. But if you find me a brown one, I'm all about it. Now, Shag is one of my favorite Tiki artists. I just noticed this little just brown mug sold for $550. I have one. I've had it for a long time. My collection's always in flux, so this is probably a good thing I could quickly flip and pay off the Holy Grail I just bought, because now this will be someone else's Holy Grail.
Well, I have a Shag one out, honey, that I could share.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, this was the one that when Dad and I went up to the Tiki event at Lake George, Luau at the lake. Shag was the artist this year for their Tiki mug, and Mom just happens to have an extra one to sell. Whoops. And I haven't put them up yet, Jason. Do you think it's time that I go ahead and give this a whirl?
Oh, probably. You got to look at.
Yeah, see if anybody else has got any up. I don't know.
Yeah, look and see if anything has sold, and
if not,
what the price is.
Yeah, and what if there's nothing there to go along to compare with? What do you suggest?
Go 3 times what you paid, probably, because the limited edition is long gone.
Okay, all right. So you definitely can tell Shag's look. I mean, he has a definite look to all his artwork.
So where are you finding most of your, I mean, not the stuff you buy at the events, but yeah, where are you finding most of your Tiki stuff that you're either keeping or flipping?
Yeah, most of the stuff that Mom has found is not garage sales. That doesn't seem to pop up. Once in a blue moon, I found a couple of things. Mainly flea markets is where I've gotten lucky. I've gotten lucky at antique malls because they don't know what they have. Out in my territory. I mean, it would be totally different in Vegas or in California, maybe even Florida. I don't know. But out here, they really aren't into the Hawaiian Tiki thing. So when I do find them at the flea markets and the antique malls, they're usually pretty cheap, you guys. I've really gotten very, very lucky, as you all know, because you've seen a lot of my things, over the past year with the shows. So yeah, that's probably pretty much my main source, Jason. I do not shop online like Jason does. I probably should, but I don't want to interfere with my son's deals. And so,
that's okay.
But I haven't gone that route, but I do. I take that back. I do use OfferUp, and I'm checking that now every night, Jason.
Good job, Ma.
Yeah, I do use. I forgot about that. And I got a nice Tiki statue for $35, which probably would have sold for around $125. So yeah, I forgot about that. So I'm using OfferUp as well.
So a couple quick questions here. David Ewing says, don't you think the high dollar buyers are very limited? Oh, absolutely.
Oh, sure.
Now, that being said, and Mom doesn't even know this yet, there was an art show in L.A. right down the street from Tiki T, one of the greatest Tiki bars, at a place called La Luz de Jesus Gallery. It's inside a really cool store called Wacko. And they had all these Tiki poles and posts and birds, and most of it was vintage, and then all this art from different artists. And one buyer bought the majority of the art show, $450,000 worth.
Oh my goodness!
Now, there's two theories. I don't know the truth. There's two theories. One is a famous Hollywood director that's really rich that likes Tiki, and the other what I heard was it was a company opening up 2 Tiki bars, and so they decided to buy all this vintage stuff. So either way, but there are So are there people who are willing to spend $800 a mug? Yeah. Are there a lot of them? No. But this is where you got to be patient. I've been buying Holy Grails $100 to $500 under the normal value because there are some eBay buyers who are impatient. Now, they may need the quick nickel, whereas I can wait for the slow dime. And I would much rather wait for the slow dime if I'm getting 1,200 as opposed to 800.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then Angela said, Jason, you've been in that collector's world. Would you say there are hundreds of collectors, thousands international? Oh, yeah, international for sure. One of my best customers is in the UK. There's tiki bars all over the world. And the collectors number in the thousands. I mean, I know over 1,000 tiki collectors pretty much by name because I've been hanging around the scene for 16 years now. So I know a lot of people. So, but that's just tiki, you know, so think of Disney, think of Frank Homa pottery minus the tiki stuff. You know, there's collectors for everything. You just got to get in the mindset, and hopefully with our teachings, you will. Now, I want to get to Mom's scores and haul, but I want to show you a few other things just to show you what you can find.
Okay.
Bouncing around the thrift store. So how many of you shop in the scarf section? I don't mean winter scarves. I mean fashion lady scarves. Now, I know Savers breaks them out into a section. I always check it because you never know when you're going to find, oh dear.
What happened? When
you're going to find cool stuff like this.
Oh, geez, that's a beauty.
Yeah. So this was in a Savers for like $3.
Nice, honey.
So here's all the different versions of tiki. And this is damn cool.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not getting rid of this, but I would think I could get at least 50 for this.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, because that's really, really nice.
All right, and now Mom, I'm going to put you on the spot twice on my last two examples here.
Jason, man.
Okay, so this is a CD by the group The Swamp Zombies. They're not a tiki band per se, but they have a very famous person in the band related to the world of tiki. Do you know, Mother?
I don't, and I can't. It's hard for Mom to.
Now let me show you the logo, the font of the Swamp Zombies. See if you can figure out.
Ooh.
So who's that font look like?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. No, Mom doesn't know. You got me on that one.
See the guitar player? At this point, that is an unknown artist named Josh Agile, who turned into Shag. So this is Shag's.
Well, you know, I was going to say Shag, but it didn't quite have enough for Mom. That was.
So this is very early Shag. So although not tiki music, a tiki collector, a Shag collector, will pay $25 for the CD, and you can find it from time to time used around, especially around LA, because Dr. Dream, the label it was on, was out of Long Beach.
Yep.
Then, if you watch my Tiki webinar, which we're going to talk about in 2 seconds here, this record, and I'll pop it out so we don't see the glare. This is an old school 1950s, early 60s Hawaiian record by the Outriggers. Now, the Outriggers were nothing all that special, and the music's just fine. But what is the selling point of this record? Now, Ma, you watched my webinar. I talked about this record on the webinar.
No, I don't remember. You're going to kill me. The selling point would be, I know, the the chair.
No, where was this picture taken?
I know. This was taken at at Tahitian Lanai?
No.
No, not that. Well, what's the other one? The other famous one. One where you were as a baby.
Apparently, my mother needs to go back and watch the webinar again.
I haven't watched it in a while.
It says right there, taken at Down the Beachcombers in Hollywood.
Oh, was it? Oh,
so,
well, I didn't know that one. Sorry.
Point of sharing that is to sell it as the Outriggers album, not that exciting. To sell it as the album with the picture taken at Down the Beachcombers with 2 tiki cocktails in the picture, that's the selling point. So this goes from being like a $2 album to a $12 album. So you got to look for those angles. You know, it's all about the angles sometimes too.
Mom has 2 of those chairs that you see in that picture.
Yep.
Well, one's
all
already,
right. So speaking of.
Yes. What do we got?
So speaking of. So a couple months ago, I did what we're touching on today. I did a webinar called Tiki Talk. What is it and should I buy it? And I did it twice because there was so much demand for it. And there was a live Q&A, and oddly and surprisingly and shockingly, there was no repeat questions between both of them.
Yeah, that was good.
It's pretty unique. And so what I've done is I've taken one of the webinars and then I've put both sets of Q&A on there. So you get like over 2 hours of Tiki learning. And I broke it down into 8 sections. The sections are history of the Tiki bar, including cocktails and rum. I'll tell you the best cocktails to get around the country and the best rum if you want to start your own bar. Music of the Tiki bar, because there is very specific music. If you hear reggae, you're not in a real Tiki bar. I'll just give you a little preview there.
Yep.
All about vintage mugs and ephemera. Ephemera is things like cocktail menus and maps and stuff like that. Modern Tiki mugs and swizzle sticks. Clothing like what Mom and I are wearing right now. The decor like wood tikis, furniture, art, and more. Other knickknacks in the bar that aren't Tiki, things like puffer fish, floats, nautical lamps.
Yeah.
And then if y'all think Jimmy Buffett and what we collect go together, they really don't. And so if you're marketing, you got to know if you're marketing towards a Tiki collector like myself or a Jimmy Buffett parrot head. So what I've done is made this a download. So for those of you who missed it, or those of you who only saw one of the two, you'll be able to download it starting tomorrow. Now, if you go to www.tikiclass.com, I have done 4 videos with people in the thrifting board who did not know Tiki that scored because of what they learned and made crazy, crazy money. And the biggest one's coming tomorrow. So I've released one a day for 4 days. So you can go to the website right now and watch the first 3. 4th one will be up tomorrow. And then the download will be available for download tomorrow. Now, if you want to go one step further, with this download, I'm opening the Secret Beach. Now, the Secret Beach is my private subscription-based Facebook group, and I teach you all kinds of stuff in the Secret Beach besides Tiki. We've talked about how to use Twitter, how to hire an assistant, how to buy Halloween costumes, how to buy Christmas CDs, how to buy shoes, all kinds of stuff, how to use spreadsheets, how to do promoted listings. And if you want to join the Secret Beach, you'll get all that content that's already there. Plus, these 8 sections, I'm breaking down into full hours. And there's no repeat of content. So what you learn in this webinar, when you get to the hour of the history and the hour of the music, you will see no repeats. So I'm bringing fresh content for every webinar I do. And all that content has made the members of the Secret Beach hundreds, if not thousands of dollars already, combined with everything, not just Tiki, but with everything else. So
I know. When I see those success stories come through, Jason, I'm so excited for everybody because they have found some great, great stuff. Oh my gosh, unbelievable! Which they would have normally never looked at had they not seen.
Yeah. So yeah, Mom, if you have not checked out these videos yet, make sure when we're done the show, go check out those videos because it's great. The first video, I tell people you can drink at Tiki bars for free around the country. And in the first video, my friend Tara, she said, "Hey Jay, you're right. I've been drinking for free around the country." And so she explains on how you do that, and nothing illegal. We're not dining and dashing.
Nope.
But if you like a good cocktail, you can drink at Tiki bars for free around the country.
Right.
And everyone watching the show right now, I see you guys talking about how much you love the Secret Beach, and I thank you for that. So if you're interested in the Secret Beach, head on over to tikiclass.com. Like I said, the download for the webinar will be available tomorrow afternoon, and the 4th video will be up. So even if you've already seen the webinar, even if you're already in the Secret Beach, go watch these 4 videos. They're good success stories. Again, it'll open your eyes to new stuff because I can teach you stuff all day long, but I have almost 1,000 mugs in my collection. I certainly haven't shown all 1,000. So there's always new stuff to learn.
Yeah. Early on in the chat, they want to have me video my home and my collection. We'll have to do that sometime.
Well, I'm going home in December for Christmas. If y'all watched the show last week.
Right.
What we'll probably do is we'll probably do a live show from, I'll squeeze it in Mom and Dad's house, and then I'll send my wife off with the phone as a roving reporter around the house.
Okay.
And then we can do a little tour of Mom's house.
Great. I'll make sure it's in tip-top condition.
All right, cool. So that's just, just to wet your whistle about things you can find, things you can see. And then Mom and I are always happy to help tell you what you got, give you the right keywords, give you the right prices. But like I've said, if I need it, I'll buy it off you.
Yep.
Cool. Easy peasy.
For sure.
All right. Since we were on that vein, and I'm not sure if I've shown either or both of these pictures before, but let's go to Mama's Boy. I'm showing you 2 this week because it definitely coincides.
Yeah.
Here's my dad and I playing hide and seek amongst the Tikis
I know.
at the Polynesian Resort in Disney World I'm about 4 years old here, I think.
I know. That's a great one, Jason. I'm so glad we have that. You know, honey, you never know. That's such a good one.
Yep. So that was me and Dad playing hide and seek. And then I don't know if I've shown this in the show before, but here I am at about 5 years old at the Kodak Hula show in Waikiki. Yeah. That's a kick-ass Tiki. That would be worth a shit ton of money right now.
Oh, wouldn't it though?
But man, check out my matching outfit. Woo!
Hey, listen, I'm so glad we still have that outfit. You know, I know your wall space is about shot, but you should frame that and hang that, Jason.
I wish I had the shorts too. I just got the top.
I know. Well, still, I've seen many people frame their Hawaiian shirts. You know, that's
true.
Something that
Stacy has her monkey from her childhood, and so her monkey wears my shirt. So
okay, all right. Well, just Mom's thought, because I've seen it, and actually, it's quite nice, quite nice. Okay, are we ready to get into scores? Is that what we're heading?
Yeah, so we're going right from Tiki to freaky clown Jack in the Boxes.
I tell you, clowns are hot. You guys, I've been selling a lot of clown stuff lately. And of course, this is an old Mattel Jack in the Box that I paid $2 for, and I got an offer of $19 and said I'll take it. And he worked good too. And I didn't take time to do a video, Jason. I just threw him up, and he sold actually
slacking.
I know. We need to revisit the video thing, because I think it's easier now, and I have old notes. We need to do that for a show. Anybody else have trouble doing videos? I think we should do that. This is a book that I had paid $1 for. This is by Freckle Face Strawberry by Julianne Moore, the actress. And it is signed by her on the inside. And it's been up for quite a while. But I actually got a nice offer of $24, so I decided to take it.
Nice.
So, yeah, so that was a decent score for a book. Remember I showed you guys this 2 weeks ago. I actually sold this the following week. This is the Buyer's Choice carriage. And anytime you see these, buy them. If they're cheap enough, buy them. I'm saying, you can see I sold mine for $130. Even if you have to spend $50, guys, buy it. You're going to make some nice money. These are very rare, hard to find, and they don't make them anymore. So it's something that, when you see it, don't be afraid to spend your $50, because if I probably had waited a little closer to Christmas, I probably could have put it up for $150, $175. But, I figured, well, I'll give it a shot, and boom, it's sold 3 days later from when I listed it, everyone. So, keep your eyes out on the lookout for the carriage.
And score update, the Browns are now losing 17-7.
Oh, I know.
I did want to...
yes.
I didn't want to go back because Debbie's been compiling the questions for me, and I missed one. But I just wanted to tell you, because I don't know if you saw them all, but Gary in the chat said he just picked up water skis.
Yes,
because of listening to us.
Way to go, Gary! I hope. Yep. Are they wood? Are they wood, Gary? Wood ones will get you more money, so make sure you always price those right.
Oh, and somebody's asking about the book. Did you find it signed?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Yep. Yeah, I wish I had met her. I've had these for a little bit, but they finally did sell. These were some little Disney plushes, all dressed in their little space outfits called the Mouse Toys. And I paid $10 for all of them, you guys. They were $2 a piece, and then I sold them for $33.99. So that was decent. Not my usual quarters, but
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep. And I finally sold some more yarn not too long ago. I put in $1, but this was stuff that I got for practically nothing. So price-wise, as far as cost, so that was a good $19.95 for those, and nothing exciting. Look out for this Americana artist, everybody. This is Ernest American folk art. Jason, see if you can show the bottom, honey, where he signed it.
Yep.
On that, yeah. This Americana line sells well. So, keep our eyes on the lookout for this one, because you'll get some decent money on that. That was one of Mom's own items, and got a nice offer of $30 on that. And again, if I probably waited till around Easter time, I probably would have gotten more money. But, things that Mom's trying to clear out as I go. Okay. Oh, I just put her up, got the offer. I'm just a firm believer of, I kind of really know where I want to go. That's why I priced her a little higher, I was hoping to get 40 bucks for her, and that's what I got. When I bought, and I did buy her at a garage sale, you guys. As I told some of you these past few weeks, I have been finding buyer's carolers at garage sales mainly, and I am picking them up. If they're anywhere from 5 to 10 bucks, or 20, because I spent 20 something on the carriage, 25 on the carriage. Don't be afraid. Don't hesitate, especially the Halloween witch. I figured she would sell quickly. That's why I bought her at the garage sale, and she did. So that was a good, fast, quick turnaround. Paid $6 for her, got the 40.
And to go along with the water skis, the Veranda File set just picked up my second set of TV trays. So people are listening to us.
Good. This is from Mom's personal collection. As Jason mentioned earlier, I am starting to list a lot of my Native American Indian items that I have. But the reason I'm showing you these is because to be on the lookout, because any of these different designers that I have, this is Stephen Herrero. He sells well along with Neil Rose. They're very sought after, and I got a nice offer of the 70 bucks, and and sold that. And do I have the next one too, Jason? The Crazy Horse? Yeah, and the reason I took the lower bid on this one, guys, was because a girl was buying 2 items, and so she asked me for a deal, and I said yes. So those were both by Stephen Herrero. So yeah, don't pass some of those up. I sold another one of these, Jason, and I've had good luck.
Now, those you watch it, even though you've been following Mom and I for quite a while, hopefully, or maybe you're new. Hello, if you're new.
Yep.
Would you have ever looked at this and went, that's a Tiki mug? Because it is.
Yep.
It's a fringe. Asian mugs work into Tiki because, especially old school, a lot of Asian restaurants had Tiki drinks. So the restaurants themselves weren't Tiki per se, but they had drinks, but then they would have them in Asian mugs. So I have a whole collection of Asian mugs in a specific area of the house. And then this is one of those where I was actually kind of shocked at your price, Mom. I'm like, I don't know if I realized they were worth that much.
They are, Jason, because I think the last one I sold for around 40 bucks. So these seem to be more sought after than some of our average, common ones, So yeah, I don't pass this one up because look what I got for it. And I only paid $2 for it. And
no maker's mark, but it does have the Made in Japan sticker that tells you it's old. They're not made in Japan. Haven't been made in Japan in a long, long time.
Yeah, for sure. So, I thought $35 was a good return for that for $2.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I remember I started to show you all the Corningware that I bought at this ladies' estate sale. Each piece cost me 50 cents, you guys. And I've got quite a bit up, and I just sold my first bowl without the lid. And I do have other lids for sale as well. So don't pass them up because they don't have the lid. You will be able to sell them, And I'm going pretty much comparable in price point to what I'm seeing online. That's how I did my research. However, that one girl that sold that one with that one rare print, oh my goodness, that was fantastic. Did you happen to see that, Jason? In the Corningware?
Yes, yeah, it was crazy. I wanted to know where you drank out of this mug, so it's in the back of the helmet,
in
like
the back.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some people call it a string holder. It's not a string holder.
Well, not this one because there's no hole. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a hole for the straws right there.
There is. Yeah, yes. See it right.
That drives me so bonkers.
Yep.
Cocktail glasses did not start life as a string holder. They can end life as a string holder.
Yeah.
They do not start life as a string holder.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And this is actually a miniature peace pipe. It's very, very tiny, as you'll see next to the Coke can there, Jace, that Mom had up. And I probably should have priced it a little higher because it's sold.
Holy shit, that is tiny. I didn't see that second picture. I thought it was like,
see how small
is that
it is?
tiny?
I know. Yeah. So that definitely was a good thing that Dad did because to show how small it actually is. But I sold that immediately for the $19. So maybe I had that one priced a little too low. And
how old is that Pepsi can that has the pull off?
I don't know. That Dad has had it upstairs forever. Forever. Wow. I know. Can you believe that? And I have to end with this, Jason, because I'm so excited. I sold the CD.
I know. And look how much you sold it for.
I know. And I paid $1 for that CD. And when it came through, I almost jumped for joy. Mom was so excited because I haven't done much in the CD world, which I probably should be. But gosh, don't you just love those sales, everyone? They paid for it, they bought it, paid for it, boom, and I shipped it out. Put it in my little padded bag, like you say, and off it went. But I did put it in a new case because the old case was cracked. So I do have some extras here. So I put it in a brand new case, and it looked great, and off it went. So I was thrilled with that.
If you're not hunting for Tiki, if you're not hunting for water skis, if you're not hunting for Buyer's Choice, if you're not hunting for TV trays, if you're not hunting for CDs, you're not paying attention to us.
Yeah, I know.
So all there is to it, because Mom shows every week the things that she sells and the things she finds. I show every week what I sell on Thrifty Business. And, you know, it's just a smattering. We sell more than we show. We just show kind of a good variety.
Right.
And there's money to be made. That's why we do these shows. That's why I have the thrifting board. That's why I have the Secret Beach. That's why I have my other shows, because I don't care if I give all my secrets away, and there's so much to flip. Mom's got the bug. Nadine got bit by the CD bug when she started flipping good CDs, because I showed her how to scan. Now Mom's got it. And
I know.
I've sold $40 CDs this week, $50 CDs this week, $20 CDs this week. So there's good money to be made.
Well, that'll segue right into my haul.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. All right. Let me get myself up on the screen here, everybody. Okay.
Let me sit back and relax and watch your haul now.
Okay. I picked this up. I was Dad and I hit 2 church rummage sales over the weekend. And this was a quarter. And it looks like I can get around $20 for this one, Jason, on this Scooby-Doo.
What is it?
It's Scooby-Doo, the Scary Stone Dragon.
Yeah, I can read. What is it?
Oh, it's a CD.
No, it's not.
It isn't?
No.
All right, let me look here. The Learning Company for Windows. I don't know. I don't know.
What did you just say?
Learning.
No.
Windows. For Windows?
Yeah, where do you find Windows?
On your computer.
Right. So is it a CD? No, it's a video game.
It's a video game. Well, I only paid a quarter.
Now show the back of it.
Okay. Does that mean I'm still not going to get any money?
Now, do you see a list of songs back there, Mama?
Oh, I don't. Yeah. See, well, yeah.
So, but if it's worth $20, that's cool. But the point of me making you say all those things are, you got to pay attention to what you're buying.
Oh yeah, you're right.
See that E in the corner? Yeah, they don't give ratings to CDs, but they do to video games, just like movies.
Oh, so it is a video game. I'll see. You'll learn something.
E is for everybody, for little kids.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's see. I've got so many. Let's see. I might even save some for next week. Oh, I wanted to show this. To be on the lookout for this.
Oh, that's a good lamp.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
No, I did not. But I meant to show it when we were still in the Tiki thing. But don't pass these up, you guys. If you see these at garage sales or wherever, these came out of Spencer's Gifts way back a long time ago, and they are worth some big bucks right now. So I just wanted to kind of give you a bolo, okay? So that was a quickie. Turns on and off and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. Well, I'm kicking myself now. You know how you shoulda, coulda, woulda? I picked up this brand new box of scissors for barbers or hairdressers or whatever, and I quick called your brother because I thought, oh, maybe he can use these, and the girl said, well, just make me an offer on them.
Hey, I know what my brother does for a living. You can't just throw it. You gotta make sure that what's my brother do for a living?
Well, he's a hairdresser.
Well, you gotta tell the audience that, Ma.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know what Buzz does for a living. Jeez, hang on. I have not had to use my block of wood for quite a while. I know what my brother does. The 116 people don't.
I'm sorry. Yes, my youngest is a hairdresser, and he does a lot of hair cutting. He does my hair. Does my hair look nice? My son does my hair for me all the time. Anyways, when I first saw these, and this woman worked for a salon that had gone out of business and had a bunch of stuff at the sale. And she had a couple of boxes of these, and I said, "Oh, maybe Buzz will want them." And I quick FaceTimed him, and he said, "Yeah, Mom, I can use those." So even though it says it's originally $79, then it says $40, but I offered her $5 and she took it. Well, when I looked these up, I don't know if Buzz is going to get these.
Sorry, Buzz.
Because I can probably sell this box for around $125, $130.
Wow.
And she had a couple there. Scissors are very expensive. I'm sure a lot of you know that. But especially when you get into salon scissors, big money, you guys. So he's going to have to be awfully good and blow those leaves for Mom quite a bit to get that box out of Mom's hands. I'm telling you. Okay. All right. Now, I don't know, but I must have hit the mother load. You know how Mom likes to pick up the metal tin waste baskets. I found this one in beautiful condition, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really nice. Inside's not bad at all. Oops, we already did our research on these. This one has the mark. Oh, this is what made me even happier, Jason. Can you see that sticker? Am I upside down or right side up?
I can't read it. I'm guessing it says Zares or something like that.
It says SS Kresge's.
That I don't even know.
Oh, it's a dime store. It was a dime store, honey. Like Woolworths, only Kresge's. And 92 cents. The original sticker still on here. I was so excited.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, good lesson. Don't take that sticker off.
Oh, no. Definitely don't remove that.
Now, if you buy a shirt at Walmart today for $12 and you're trying to flip it for 20 on eBay, take that price tag off. Don't take that price tag off.
Right. So, so this, I paid $2 for the trash can, and I'm going to list this guy's for $30 on that one. Okay. Then here's an old timer, Jason. I mean, this sucker's really old, honey. Can you see that? Back in the early days of making these, let's see if you can see that. There's perforated holes right here. Can you see them?
Yeah.
On both sides, which they don't do anymore. I think it was, I'm just guessing to keep the smell from happening. I really don't. It's not in the best of shape, but for $1,
Is it listed yet?
No, not yet.
When we get done with this show, it is still ranking millions at the box office, and Bozo the Clown died 2 days ago.
Oh, well,
that's not Bozo, but clowns are so hot right now.
Yeah, I know.
Get that up today.
Yeah, Dad took pictures already. I just haven't had time to list it yesterday. So I was thinking $40. What do you think? That's there's no actual.
I go a little higher.
Go a little higher. Maybe go for $49.99 and see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll give that one. Yeah, but clowns are hot. My goodness.
A couple people are saying hamper or diaper pail, but I think it's too short.
Oh, it's too short. And it's metal. Yeah. No. This is definitely a waste can. Can. Yep. And to go along with that, to look at this vintage one that Mom picked up.
Oh, man. Were these all the same place?
The two of them were. The older two were at the same place. And they were like almost giving stuff away. It was one of those, you know what I mean? I paid $2 for this one as well. And I'm going to put this one up for $35. There's the bottom. It just has a big H on it. Okay. So there's my three metal trash cans. And I highly recommend that you don't pass any of these up, everyone, if they're cheap enough for you, because they have sold very well for Mom. I've had very, very good luck. Okay. Now let's see if I can reach. Dad's already done some research on this. Speaking of metal TV trays, this is a
cool.
But this is a lap one. I haven't sold any lap ones, I don't think. So it just fits across your lap. It is metal, and it's in awfully nice condition. I mean, look at the front, Jason. It's really nice. There's a little bit of rust on the back, but nothing major on this one.
Yeah.
So we bought this for $2. I'm gonna put this up for 20.
Nice.
See how we do with that. Okay. Found this glass, Jason. I saw this it's called Louis Pappas Restaurant. I've got my tag in here. Of course, that probably makes it, you can see it better maybe if I leave it in. Yeah, let's leave it in there. But the reason I picked it up, honey, on the other side is Sponge Boat Docks, Tarpon Springs, Florida.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, isn't that a neat one? And in doing our research, we paid $1 for this. We're putting it up for $20 on this glass.
That ship of glass is called a Hurricane, if you don't know.
Hurricane, yes. Hurricane glass.
And
So,
Victoria wants to know how much does it normally cost to ship those trash cans?
Gosh, I'm trying to think on the last one that we might have shipped. I mean, they're pretty light. And by the time you put them in a box, I still ship them out priority. And I'm thinking it's around $9.99, $10.99 on the shipping. Yeah, and Dad told me to put it up for $8.99 on shipping. So it's not that much, you guys, on those. On one of the church rummage sales yesterday, we hit a bunch of books. I haven't done a lot of books, but I've done some. As you see, I sold one there. Let me get these up here. These were 5 for $1, you guys. So less than a quarter a piece. 20 cents a piece. This one here is, what do we got here? Dr. Zhivago. It is the earlier version. I've done some quick research. This one I can put up for $12. Now, remember, guys, all of these books are 20 cents that I pay for. Here's a child's book. Whoop, right here. What to Do About Alice. This is pretty well sought after, Jason. I'm going to put 15 on this one, honey. And I grew up on this book. I don't even know if I should part with it because my love of horses. This is Album of Horses by Marguerite Henry. I just sold one of her books not too long ago, and this one I'm putting up for 20 bucks.
And we lost. And I've been meaning to bet every week, and I should have, and I'd be rich right now.
Oh, yeah, 27-17. You talking about the Browns? Oh, no, that's not. That's the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, 17-7.
No, we lost 17-14.
Oh, 17-4. Oh, we did score again. Oh, whoopee.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah. And this one here, we're going to try and get 12 bucks out of this one. And I spent a lot of time, you guys. I did use my app, my Amazon app, and just started scanning. And I was there for quite a while. The gem out of all of it was this by Jamie Farr.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And this one I'm going to list for $25. Okay. So for $1 investment, we'll see what I can, turn around. I
still watch MASH every week, pretty much.
Oh, I know. It's such a fabulous, fabulous show. One of our favorites. This is a nice travel clock. Can you see that one? This one's really in nice condition, you guys. The back of it, is beautiful. A lot of times you'll see these. They're very, very rusty.
Yep.
They're not in condition. It's a fake alligator on the outside on the case covering, and in Dad's research, we're going to put this up for about $24, you guys. This is a vintage Ingram travel alarm clock, luminous. It does glow in the dark. I used to have one of these when we were little, and when we traveled, I used to have mine all the time. Okay, at that same garage sale with the vintage, ta-da, we got something.
Someone brought those up in the chat. I didn't say anything, but I also didn't know that was coming.
Yeah, how about that? I found a web chair, $2, you guys, and she threw in for nothing. Oh, sorry, gang. Some extra webbing, so I'll do that. But then I'm going to list this webbing. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to list this webbing separately. Not with the chair, but this one I'll throw in with the chair. The chair I'll probably list for around $40, maybe 50. Haven't done the total research on that yet. Okay, and haven't sold the globe. We've been looking around and look at them. They do bring good money, but kind of nice to have one in the house, just even for the kids to, get used to. But we paid, what was it, $2, Jace? No, $3. Yeah, she wanted $5. We got it for $3. And if we do list it, I think we can get around $25-30 for that. Okay. All right.
The key to globes and maps is countries that don't exist anymore. So you got to figure out how old it is, because if it's got places like Yugoslavia on there, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Or West Germany, Korea's one country kind of thing. That's how you kind of market and sell them.
Oh, good to know. See, Mom didn't know that much about it, so I'll have to look. Here's a nice paint by number. Wait, how much did that one sell for, honey? That you just saw? Yeah. What? Yeah, out of the frame. We paid $1 for this, guys. It is a nice. Being going into winter here, it's probably a good time to put this up. But we paid $1 for this one, and I'll probably, because it's got the frame's not terrific, but I'll probably put this up for around $30-40, Jason, because of the size of it, Okay, and 2 more things, I think. Oh no, actually I have more, but I can save some for next week if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last, we'll do this one and one more. Okay. This is another beautiful winter scene that we paid $1 for. And this is a needlepoint that's been framed. Yeah. Isn't that a nice one, honey?
That's a cool frame too.
Yeah, I know. That's an old timer. We paid $1 for this, and we're actually going to put this up for around $70, everybody, because this is a beauty.
Very cool.
Yeah.
A little tricky to see with the glare, but it's pretty cool.
I know. I'm trying to.
Because sometimes you find something like that, if the frame is crap, it ain't worth your time and money to ship it in the frame, but that's cool. That frame really cool.
That one's pretty good. All right. I don't think I've actually had this for a few weeks, Jason. I forgot to bring it down to show you. So we'll end with this one, honey. I found this. Oops. Can you see that? Yeah, the shade.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah. That's it definitely fits in the Tiki attire, you guys. My thing's coming down here. And I paid $1 for this, Jason. And if I had a spot for that in the house, I would probably keep it, but I really don't. And I don't, probably around $40.
Oh my God, there's always a spot for lamps. Are you kidding me? Especially hanging ones.
I know.
Your ceiling is a spot for a lamp.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. Even if I had to put it in the office.
Well, yeah, if you ain't hanging it, send it over here, sister.
Oh, you like that one? I thought you might.
Because that's different, you know?
Yeah, that's a sweet one. So that's it. I'll save some of the other goodies for next week. And because it's getting harder and harder for Mom to source. We only went out, what you see, guys, is 1 day's worth. We only got out on Saturday. And that was in between watching my granddaughter play soccer. So Jess and I we just got lucky. You know, we just hit a couple of good ones and found a bunch of stuff at some of them. Sometimes, you know, it sounds like I get something at every garage sale that I stop at. Well, I don't. I mean, there's many that, you know, I'll pass up everybody and, you know, there's absolutely nothing there. And then sometimes you hit one. Well, the one place we walked out with about 10 items. So you never know, you know, just the luck of the draw. So there you go.
Brenda wants to know, said she has a hand-painted Santa picture. Now, do you have a paint by numbers or a hand-painted some kid did it in our class? I mean, because that's two totally different things. So
right.
Should you get it framed? Well, you know where the best place to ask that is? Come on over to the thrifting board. Post a picture, ask your questions.
Okay, she says it's a paint by number, Jason.
Okay, but post a picture of the thrifting board and we'll take a look at it. And but if it's not framed now, I probably wouldn't sell it as framed.
Yeah, you don't need to frame them, everybody. They will buy them without the frame, and they're so much easier to ship as well. So yeah, don't do that, you know, for darn sure. Let's see. What else? I saw another.
And then Debbie Weeder. Hi, Deb. Deb always takes care of the questions for me, so she's been compiling them. And apparently, Debbie was my guest host on Thrifty Business last week. Apparently, I need to have her back and talk about, because she knows books really well.
Okay.
And she said, make sure that first book you showed isn't an Easton Press. If it is, they go for more money.
Easton
and I don't know,
Press. Okay.
I don't know anything about Easton Press, and so that's where I get jazzed because I'm like, I want to learn something new. So what do I look for? So Deb, be prepared. You're going to be a guest on Thrifty Business coming up. You're a guest host, but I want to talk books and I want to find out about this Easton Press. So,
oh yeah.
And those of you know, cool. Those who don't know, we'll definitely talk about it coming up here.
Right. Hey, Brenda, if you want to post a picture of your paint by number, honey, we'd be glad to help you. So I'd be glad to see that, you know. But they sell well, you guys. Paint by numbers, you know, as long as they're from the 50s and 60s, you can usually move those pretty good. The newer ones don't move as fast, but if it's something outstanding, they will sell. They definitely will sell. So,
all right. So we'll be on next week, and then you won't see us until I'm doing a live Thrifty Business from Ecom Chicago. That will be October. Hang on a sec. Yeah, it's 1 p.m. Chicago time on October 21st.
Let's be the Saturday. Is that the Saturday, honey?
So although I'm doing a live Thrifty Business, if you 119 lean in, I'll tell you a secret. It's also going to be a part, and this is a surprise, so don't tell nobody. It's going to be a part going past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50. So it's going to be an hour jam-packed. I'm going to have 4 co-hosts in that hour, all kinds of tips and tricks, shenanigans, and I got something really special planned that if I can pull it off, will be pretty amazing. So I got to work on that this week. So make sure you tune in for that. Mom and I'll be back next week as normal. And I know someone asked in the chat one more time for the Tiki webinar download. That will be available starting tomorrow. It is go to tikiclass.com. But like I said, even if you've seen it already, go watch the success videos. It's good to see others have success with things outside of their norm. Because now I'm excited about finding out about these Easton books. So I get outside my norm and I want to look. So check that out. But I'll be doing Thrifty Business as normal this week on Thursday, and I'll be doing a live YouTube about the Tiki webinar and sharing some more stuff, more success stories, more things about what to buy and what to sell. And the Secret Beach is open. I know a couple of you are in the chat waiting for the Secret Beach. It'll be open for 2 weeks. So you want to get in because
those of you not on the Secret Beach, highly recommend it. Not because it's my kid, it's because of what you learn. Because Jason goes so much further in depth, on the different topics, and he's really good at it. Mom learns a lot every time I watch, so highly recommend it. Also, don't forget if you're in our area, our second Ohio meetup group is coming up this coming Saturday, October 14th, at Tiki Underground, and we start at noon. And we have great cocktails, and we have one of our own gals in the group, Joyce Schaefer, is going to be giving us a little talk on buying and selling shoes, because she specializes in shoes. So it'd be nice to have that right in person. So if you're in nearby, come and join us this Saturday.
And who's going to be your guest speaker in December?
Oh, who could that be? Someone I vaguely know, I think, but he lives far away, so I don't know. I think he's coming into town. No, I'm really excited. Jason's coming in, and we are going to have to try and meet on a different night. So I'm going to be talking with the group on Saturday to see what we can pull off. So I'm real thrilled about that. And
so we'll let everyone know. So if you're in or near the Cleveland area and the weather isn't too bad yet, we will be doing it at the Tiki Bar. It's brand new to me. I have not been there yet, so it'll be a lot of fun to have an eBay meet up at a Tiki Bar with Tiki cocktails, because it'll be a blast. So that's all the cool stuff coming up. You can find me on Facebook if you got any questions about any of it. I'm happy to answer and help anyone. And now it is time for lunch and the Packers. Go Pack, go! Because I can't cheer for the Browns.
Well, you can root for the Tribe tonight at 7:30 Ohio time.
Well, that's later. But right now it's the Pack time. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in live. Thank you for all of you who watch after the fact. Do us a favor, subscribe down below. Hit the thumbs up if you liked what you saw. If you didn't like what you saw, let us really know it and give us thumbs down twice. Hit that button twice.
Any of my stuff's for sale. We always forget to say that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you need a crazy clown metal trash can, Mom will sell to you. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and I will see you very soon for being for selling past your expiration date, being thrifty over 50. I'm Jay.
I'm Peg. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a good week.
And we're gone. Bye-bye.